Hello, everyone. Well, what a week that's been for Sheffield United over the past 9, 10 days. I guess in some respects, I think it's been coming. To be fair, I think we've been playing well. I'm thinking. I said weeks ago, actually, I thought somebody sooner or later is going to get an hammering down at Bramall Lane or wherever on the road or something like that. It's not exactly been hammering to everybody. Probably Sheffield Wednesdays was the probably easiest game that we did to win, beating Portsmouth with 10 men, 3-0, and that tremendous result at Leicester City, 3-2, having just dismantled Leicester City in the first half to run out winners 3-2. Bit nervy towards the end, wasn't it? But it was a good win. To be fair to Leicester City, it didn't surprise me that they come back into the game. They got too much quality in that team and on the bench to bring players on for not to give it a right go. But you can't take away anything about the Blaze performance. They showed some great honesty and commitment, brilliant work ethic in that game. They were absolutely determined to win that match in the end. The game management was at times a bit dodgy because of Leicester's driving forward. But the last 10 minutes or so, I thought we did quite well. Patrick Bamford holding it down in corner, and showing his professionalism to hold the ball up in that corner to see the game out. And bits and bobs in the game. I thought Aimer could have scored the fourth one when he could have chipped the keeper. He scored harder goals this season, hasn't he? But nevertheless, it was still a brilliant performance, a lot of commitment, a lot of character, a lot of determination in that performance. And all credit to Chris Wilder, Alan Knill, and the team behind the scenes who have done a fantastic job for Sheffield United over the past few weeks to see where we are. It's been a brilliant a week or two, 10 days. It started off with that QPR game, 0-0, didn't it? And then went to Hillsborough and then Portsmouth and then Leicester City. On Cooper, I know he's made a couple of mistakes in the Leicester City game. I think he's carrying a back injury. My personal point of view, I've asked the question about that. I don't think he's fully recovered from the injury that he received a couple of weeks ago when he was out and Davies took over. But I think they're managing him week by week at this moment, and I'm probably sure that if it don't improve, Chris Wilder might look at the market in January to see if we can get a bit of backup if that's required. I noticed as well that Souttar's back in training at Leicester City. That is good sign for them. He's going to want some games coming up soon on his fitness journey back. You never know if Chris Wilder could return for Souttar back in the January. It would be a good move for him. But the way Leicester are playing at the minute, I think they're going to need a bit of backup in their defence. I think they've got a couple of defenders out at the minute. So you never know. We'll have to watch this space in January. There's a few games to go before that window opens, and Williams back in training. Who knows? I'm hoping that we can keep an eye on Chowdhury as well. He was on the bench yesterday, so that's another thing we could be looking at as well. Whether you like it, he was our best player at Wembley in the playoff without doubt, and I'm sure that he'd be a welcome addition to the squad. We could do a bit more extra cover at right back for Sariki in case he gets injured. So we'll wait a look on those things as well. It's looking, I think Sheffield United have got a behind the doors closed game next week, which might give Blaster a chance to get a bit of match fitness in. And Chong, I think there's another 21 games coming up as well. So you never know, they might get some minutes in the legs for those games and build up the fitness. I don't think we'll see Blaster before Christmas. I'll be very surprised if we do. It's a long way back. He's been out for 12 months. I know you can hype him up all you want, but he can't beat match fitness, and he's got to get some minutes in his legs. I know he's got that quality, but we've got to be patient. And if we see him, before Christmas, it will be a bonus. But I think it might be a little bit too early. It's not. there's a little bit of time to go yet. But I think he needs those under 21 games first, and build his speed up and his match fitness up as well. We've got 3 out of the next 4 games at home against Stoke, Norwich, West Brom away in between that, and then Birmingham at home. We are now 19th in the league. We're starting to creep up that league. It's a great opportunity now for us to build on that, keep moving forward. There's going to be hiccups on the way. I put that in the comments before, people who've asked the question. But we're not going to win every game. Be prepared for that. We're on a roll. It's great to watch now. We're performing better. The confidence is coming back into it, and the narrative's changing. Well, let's not forget, we can. It's a big roller coaster following Blades, isn't it? You know, we're not going to win every game. It's impossible to win every game. But while we're on this road, we've got to make the most of it and make most of these home games. And the fans have got to get behind them as well, and make sure we can keep pushing up that league table. And get up to, say, like, if we can, around 10, 12, around Christmas time. And if the board back Chris Wilder in the January transfer window, we can strengthen the squad and get rid of those players who Chris don't want back to the parent clubs, which is already alluded to anyway. Regarding the owners, obviously you can't look back. It's impossible to look back, but they made that horrendous decision back in June, July time when they got rid of Chris Wilder. We would never, ever be in this position right now if Chris had still been in charge. Whoever chose to make that decision, whether it was a board decision or somebody recommending Selles, they should never be allowed anywhere near the club for recommending people like Selles. Obviously, they don't know anything about football, and clearly, it was a horrendous thing to do to get rid of Chris Wilder at the time. I guess, I know I get it. Chris Wilder is Marmite. People still don't like him for whatever reason. They're under the radar now because the team is going well, but they're so quick to jump on bandwagon when they get a 2 defeats, and they moan and they groan and all the rest of it. Chris Wilder's not going to be with us forever. It's pretty obvious about that. But while we've got him, we've got to make use of him and Alan Knill and the team. And while there's nothing he doesn't know about the Championship, he's been there, he's done it, he's worn T-shirt, his success rate is fantastic. It's who follows him in the long run. That's the big question, isn't it? And the plans have got to be in place before that happens again. And this mistakes that they made back in June should never happen again at this football club. And if it does, they shouldn't be even part. It shouldn't even belong to this football club. People who make those decisions like that. It's unfortunate that the board, the way they are, they don't make many statements. They said they think the right things when they put a statement out, but actions speak louder than words, as far as I'm concerned. And it's more important we see action rather than just come out. They don't do interviews anyway for their own reasons. It's up to them how they want to do their business. It's their football club. It is a business at the end of the day. They are the caretakers of this football club for now. They will be looking at it again in January. I'm told that they want to discuss about bringing more backers in and more sponsorship into the football club, which anybody in their own mind with owners would do that anyway. Keep looking forward. And it's most important that we focus. Chris Wilder has given time to focus on the team with Alan Knill and us fans. We don't want to be getting involved in all the nonsense behind the scenes with the chairman and the owners. There's nothing we can do about that anyway. At the end of the day, we're there to rock up on a Saturday and enjoy the games with the Blades, and look forward to try and get up that league table. And hopefully, I'll say very loosely, I'm not saying we will get into playoffs or anything like that. I think at this conjuncture, really, we've got to stay focused on trying building game by game, getting up that league table, try and remain injury-free, suspension-free. And that's the other thing. Players are very close to getting suspended. I think a cut-off game was Stoke City next week, I think. Is it 19 games? I think it's 19 games. And then I think if he'd got booked yesterday, we'd have missed a game. So I think we're probably clear of that now. So that's a good thing. So we can make sure that everybody stays suspension-free. and injury free. Well, we've got Hamer coming back as well. He's building up his legs, doing fantastically well with him and without him. And it's looking good. We've got Chong coming back, got Blaster coming back in the near future. So hopefully those three players plus the transfer window, it's all looking a lot more promising than it were a few weeks ago. So I'm absolutely delighted. A great result against Leicester City. I'd have took a draw, and I know a lot of people out there would have done the same, but with the form we're in now, we're capable of beating anybody in that league. It's going to be another tough test on Saturday against Stoke City, who are up near the top. But it's up to us. We'll win our own games, get behind the team, and I'm sure we'll do. We'll be all right. We'll always be okay. I've always got that belief in the team. We were never going to be down at bottom three forever. It was obvious. We just had to be patient until Chris Wilder and Alan Knill got into the players. Enjoy that international break when they had the chance to go away, and they refused that. They decided to stay behind and work hard on the squad, on the tactics, eliminate all that Achilles heel that we had, giving those stupid mistakes around. There is an issue with Cooper at minute. I think we need to address that. I think he's obviously had a problem yesterday, so they'll be looking at that as well, won't they? So hopefully, to be fair to Coops, he's not. He's allowed a bit of leeway. He's been absolutely fantastic last year, as far as I know. He's a really good goalkeeper. Make no mistake about that. People do get injured, and we don't know everything what goes off behind the scenes. So let's not be too hard on him. If we look at the alternatives that we got, they're not many, is there? So just make sure that we keep supporting him, and he can get back to full fitness very soon. So thanks for watching. It's been a great week. What a week it's been. It's been absolutely fantastic. I thought I'd just come on and give a little update on that, and have a little chat about yesterday and what's ahead. And hopefully we can build on that against Stoke City next Saturday. Then we've got the home game against Norwich in the week before we travel to West Brom, and then Birmingham at home just before Christmas. Thanks for watching. As always, please like and subscribe, and hype the channel up when you can. Really much appreciated. The channel's doing great. I'm so humbled. I've said that before. Please, again, like I said before, keep believing. We're going to get up that league table. Who knows where it's going to take? There's a long way to go. There's another 20-odd games to go yet before end of the season, and we've got every opportunity to finish certainly in the top half, maybe in the playoffs. We'll wait and see. Thanks for watching. Up the Blades, keep believing, and I'll speak to you soon before the Stoke City game.